Hello, fellow oxygen thieves. I've returned. So I actually stepped outside of my house for once, which I don't do very often unless it's for work or the gym, and went out and saw a movie. That movie being the end of Evangelion, which they showed in theaters again for its anniversary. So, have you ever wanted to watch all of your favorite characters in a franchise get absolutely aped? Well, I've got news for you. It's a good day to be an Eva fan because that's exactly what the end of Evangelion does. You watch everyone get abruptly and brutally killed like on screen.
Basca, why did it take you so long to make a video about Evangelion? Aren't you like an Eva fan and you don't even have a single video on the channel about Evangelion? You're not a real Evangelion fan, you're like a grifter or something.
I already know one of you motherfuckers in the comment section is gonna comment that and be like,
Why now? Why didn't you do it before? You're a channel mascot. Laheckin Baska, Asuka, it's your mascot. You haven't even done a video on it? Are you secretly trans? This must be your coming out video.
I already know I'm gonna get a comment for it. But anyways, I don't make it unless I want to or I feel compelled to. So please, whoever's going to comment that, please throw yourself out the airlock for me. All right, thank you. So anyways, I actually left my house and I went to the movie theater. I got there early, and unfortunately, the person who's supposed to go watch the movie with me decided for whatever reason they were going to be comically late. So kind of got in there like a few minutes before the movie's even supposed to start. But yeah, what really killed me here is that the movie doesn't even start when it says it's supposed to start, right? Like when a movie says it starts at 7, I'm expecting it to actually start at 7, okay? I'm not expecting 30 minutes of ads before the fucking movie starts. I'm not expecting that. To which I don't really go to the movie theaters very often. The last movie I saw was Obsession. It was exactly the same kind of deal. So I mean, I wasn't that surprised, but it's still very annoying. But during my time standing outside waiting on my second person to arrive, my company to watch the movie with me, I saw a bunch of people showing up in cosplay and wearing Evangelion t-shirts. I saw a Mexican man wearing an Asuka t-shirt, and I really had to restrain myself. I really had to control myself to prevent me from spurging out, just literally spurging the fuck out and running up to the guy and trying to shake his hand and be like, "Hello, fellow Asuka Chad. I too am brown." I really had to hold myself back. You have no idea how much restraint that took on my part. So, anyways, my second person arrived, and so we actually get into the movie theater. We sit down, we see the ads, and the person sitting next to me is this black dude, right? And like a couple minutes into us sitting down or whatever, a Mexican guy shows up and walks up to the black guy who's sitting next to us, and he says, "You're in my seat. You have taken my seat, sir." And he shows him the ticket, and the black guy kind of just like looks off into the distance. I think he said something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, you right," or something along that. He didn't really react too much to it. He kind of just got up and moved off. And for reference here, I had bought the very first tickets to this movie. As soon as it was like announced, I immediately like went online and like bought the tickets for it. So I had like the best seats in the theater, like all the way in the back. And yeah, it's like, how did you accidentally take this guy's seat? Accidentally, quotation marks, or maybe it was an accident. I don't know. You be the judge of that. But so the movie actually like finally starts, and I gotta say I really love the '90s aesthetic of anime. The '90s aesthetic of anime is truly, I think, probably the best out of any anime kind of aesthetic. It's very kind of like what's the word for it? I guess like time stamped or carbon dated. I don't know. A word used to say that it's from a particular era. Like you can tell immediately it's apart from that. But yeah, I love the aesthetic of it. It just looks really fantastic. Well, and that really includes any of Evangelion. I just love the art style too, and I think it looks fantastic. But the person I had with me, I think they're a tourist and they didn't actually watch the series, so they were completely fucking clueless as to what was actually kind of going on in the in the movie, right? And so talking about the movie here for a second, like the actual story. So apparently, the movie was supposed to replace the last two episodes of the series, where if you saw the last two episodes of the series or whatever, they're like, basically they ran out of budget for the show and they made it like this kind of weird, like, I think it's supposed to be about like instrumentality or something, or Shinji and everyone combining together. Look, only a true Eva fan, like has no idea really what the fuck is actually going on in the story. All right, they're just kind of here for the mech battles and to show up for best girl, which is like obviously like Asuka and Masato. But yeah, my company, they were completely fucking clueless as to what was going on, and even I to some degree still didn't really have an idea as far as like the deeper kind of like back lore with like the Magi and like all this other kind of shit going on. I mean, I have an idea what's going on, but I don't really have that. Like, I need to brush up on my Eva history or Eva lore, I guess. But anyways, so the movie starts. And it starts with it basically like it cuts. It shows like a little bit before the hospital scene. If you don't know the hospital scene is where it shows Shinji cranking his soldier boy over Asuka, and it's hilarious. And unfortunately, when I saw the scene, I started laughing, and I was the only person in the theater who laughed at this scene. It was very unfortunate. Some people looked at me. It was very awkward, but yeah, it was pretty funny. Why Shinji locked the door and decided to crank his hog over Asuka, I don't know, but it happened, and it's quite the meme in the Evangelion community. Very funny. So basically, what kind of happens here, a brief summary of the story here is apparently Seal wants to go and initiate the third impact, so they brutally assault the Nerve headquarters and basically kill everyone. They go in there and just do a full-on like genocide run and shoot everyone on sight. So pretty much all your favorite characters die. One scene in particular that I thought was really it was kind of funny is when Masato, right before she brutally gets exploded and dies, she kisses Shinji. And then she says something along the lines of, "We'll do the rest when you get back." That was a grown-up kiss or something. And then she just like kind of sends him off, and he like ends up crying in the elevator.
If I had known it would end like this, I would have changed the carpet like Asuka suggested. Right, Pen? Kashi, my love, I did do the right thing, didn't I?
Because she's trying to get him to like unit 1 or whatever to get him to his Evangelion, and yeah. And then on top of that, you also get to watch Asuka get brutally freaking like literally ripped like limb from limb by a bunch of like the Seal Evas that they send in to fight her. So you get to watch that. It's pretty brutal. So yeah, the whole movie is just watching all your favorite characters die horrifically. Very very good time for the audience. Very good time for the audience. As to which I think Hideki Anno. I heard somewhere that like basically Hideki Anno got like fatigued from like dealing with the fans, and he's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm gonna write everybody to die in this. Everyone's getting killed off, and I think that was like kind of his way of saying like, hey, go touch grass, because a lot of people get very worked up over Evangelion. To which, like, I don't think you should get very worked up over Evangelion. I mean, it's one thing to like it and to talk about it, but some of these people are like truly fanatics. Never ever ask an Evangelion fan about their mental stability. Don't do it. Horrible mistake. I could probably write like a soy pasta about that. never ask an Evangelion fan what their current mental state is. It's bad. Do not ask at 3 a.m. Honestly, seeing the scene where everyone gets turned into orange Fanta juice, that was very cool. Seeing that in theaters with the speakers and everything else kind of going on. It felt, I don't know, it felt very, I don't know, not like cursed, but it just felt weird. It's because like I never expected to actually ever see this in theaters. Matter of fact, I had to like, don't ask me as to how my methods were to watch the original end of Evangelion, like how I was able to do it before watching this in theaters. You don't want to know, but yeah, it was very cool. It was very cool to actually be able to see it in theaters. Especially with the song "Come Tosser Sod," I think that's the name of it, was playing in the background, and you see everyone get turned into orange Fanta juice. It was very cool. I enjoyed that scene. There's like some autistic guy in front of me. I think he was autistic because like the whole movie, he's just kind of like rocking back and forth, right? He's like rocking back and forth. There'd be like a few instances where he like kind of like locked in and stopped shaking, and then he just go back to like rocking back and forth. And like during the orange Fanta juice scene, he just started like rocking back and forth a whole bunch. It was pretty funny, and it's okay. I can say that because I too am like hella autistic, so I can say that. So get off my ass. So basically, third impact happens, and Shinji is given the decision to either have everyone become basically one giant kind of like entity where they no longer have physical forms, and there are no longer any more barriers for people, so that way nobody's lonely anymore, or he can choose to basically put everything back as to kind of how it was, where people actually had like physical forms and barriers to keep others out. To which he chooses the latter, to basically have everything kind of go back to the way it was. And that's essentially the end of the movie. Shinji actually makes a decision for himself without having Misato or somebody else call him a cuck and tell him to do something. So good on Shinji. He finally came out of his shell at the expense of pretty much the entire planet or something a while ago. The one thing I did like about it with the ending was the movie just abruptly ends. It just says like the end, and then like it cuts to black, and then the movie theater lights all just kind of turn on at once, and you see everybody who's sitting around you, and a lot of people who were sitting around me, they kind of smelled. Some of them smelled a little funky. It might have been a theater, or it might have been them. I don't know. I shower regularly, but yeah, I don't know who smelled, but somebody smelled like shit. But it was very cool how the movie ended, and I'm very grateful for the fact that I was actually able to see this in theaters, because I don't really like get out of the house much. I'm kind of a fucking hermit and a little bit of a loser, I guess. But after the movie ended, I just felt this like, I don't know, it's just like this sense of like kind of like loneliness, right? Because a lot of Evangelion Evangelion's not really more so about like giant robots fighting like angels or whatever. It's more so about like the interpersonal kind of like relationships that happen between like the characters, right? And there's a lot of the parts of the movie were basically kind of going over Shinji's relationships with others and how he kind of like sees them and how he has difficulties communicating, which in a way really makes me kind of relate to Shinji on a deeper level, because I too have a very hard time trying to kind of like communicate with people and like talk to people kind of like in general. So, but never watch the end of Evangelion if you don't want to experience severe depression and an existential crisis. Don't do that. Don't bring that on yourself. Don't be a real Eva fan or something. But yeah, overall though, I liked the movie. I thought it was really cool. I'm glad I got to see it in theaters. And for anyone who wasn't able to see it, I'm sorry. You're probably going to have to wait for the 40th anniversary, if any of us are even still alive at that point, to which I don't know if we will be. World War III will probably pop off in the next few years, and we'll probably all be dead by then. But anyways, overall, I liked it. It was cool. I had a fun time. So, if it's still showing in theaters, you should probably go out and watch it. If it is, I don't know. I didn't bother to research if it's still out or not, so you should probably go do that yourself. But anyways, that's my honest thoughts on the end of Evangelion. It was cool. Go see it. Or, don't. And if you're not able to, I don't know, find a way to go watch it online. But anyways, I don't want to draw this video out too long, but that is the end of the video. I will catch you on the next one. Take care.